In 1974, a group of farmers in China were digging a well, and they accidentally struck the most terrifying archaeological find in human history. We know exactly where the emperor's coffin is. We have the technology to open it. We have the curiosity to see what's inside. But for 50 years, no one has dared to touch it. It's not because of a curse. It's not because of ghosts. The reason scientists are terrified to crack open this tomb is because the ancient legends about it might actually be scientifically true. And if they are, opening that door could be a deadly mistake. When you think of ancient tombs, you think of the pyramids. But the pyramids were just monuments. What Qin Shi Huang built was a functional city for the dead. Historical records state that the emperor was so obsessed with power, he didn't just want to be buried, he wanted to rule the afterlife. His complex covers 38 square miles. That is nearly the size of Manhattan. The 8,000 terracotta warriors you see in museums, they're just the decoys. They're just the outer guards standing outside the city walls. The real secrets lie deep beneath the unopened mound. So, what is stopping us? Ancient historian Sima Qian wrote a chilling account 1 century after the emperor's death. He claimed the tomb's floor was a map of the empire, with 100 rivers flowing with liquid mercury circulated by perpetual machines. For decades, archaeologists thought this was just a myth, just an exaggeration, until recently. Modern scientists inserted probes into the soil directly above the tomb. What they found shocked the entire scientific community. The mercury levels in the soil were not just high, they were 100 times higher than the surrounding area. This means the legends are true. Beneath that hill lies a literal lake of toxic quicksilver. If we crack that seal today, 2 things happen. First, the volatile gas could kill anyone entering without heavy protection. Second, and more importantly, once that mercury evaporates, the entire underground ecosystem collapses. The map of the universe would be destroyed instantly. But poison air isn't the only defense mechanism. The ancient texts mention something else: mechanical crossbows. Constructed by the finest artisans of the time, these traps were rigged to shoot anyone who dared to approach the inner coffin. Now, you might be thinking, wood rots, metal rusts. Surely, after 2,200 years, these triggers have failed. Think again. When archaeologists excavated the clay soldiers, they found bronze swords that were still sharp enough to cut paper. They were coated in a layer of chromium oxide, a rust prevention technology that the West didn't invent until the 1930s. If the emperor's weapons were preserved that well, who is to say the triggers inside the tomb aren't still waiting for their first victim? But the scariest part of this tomb isn't the mercury or the crossbows. It's the silence of the people who built it. We know that 700,000 laborers worked on this project, but when the emperor finally died and was placed inside, the gates didn't open to let the workers out. Sima Qian wrote that the second emperor ordered the gates to be shut, trapping thousands of artisans, craftsmen, and concubines inside alive. He couldn't risk them revealing the secrets of the traps. Excavations around the complex have found mass graves filled with skeletons, evidence that the glory of China's first emperor sits on a mountain of bones. Today, Chinese authorities have decided to leave the tomb alone. They say we lack the technology to preserve what's inside. But perhaps there is another reason. Perhaps some doors are meant to stay closed. What do you think? Is it worth the risk to see the treasures inside, or should we let the emperor sleep? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to know about the only man who almost succeeded in raiding this tomb, click this video right here. I'll see you there.